Now is Cheryl Erskine. She is with Laguna Woods Christian Women's Connection. She is one of their board members, and I'd like to welcome you on for the first time.
Thank you. This is a first for me, and I appreciate you having me here.
Oh, it's fantastic, and we love having people on from the Christian Women's Connection, and you always have wonderful events coming up.
We do, and this month is no exception. We always meet at Clubhouse 7 across from the 19 restaurant. It's always on the third Tuesday of the month, and we have a beautiful 5-star buffet luncheon that we offer. We always have a guest speaker. We have a special feature, and it's just a fun time to come together and have company and fellowship with the other guests that come. Both men and women are welcome, Laguna Woods residents and their friends, and we hope to have a good turnout with lots of newcomers this month.
Yeah, and you always, like you mentioned, a great lunch, and you encourage people to make a reservation. It's $14, but you get this incredible lunch. And then you have really two people there. You have your special feature who this gentleman is going to talk about Scottish dance and social club. And then you also have a guest speaker, and she's going to talk about life is a puzzle until you find the missing piece, right?
Yes, and her name is Maria Ursu, and she is from the Philippines, and she will be sharing a powerful Christian testimony with us. And then the gentleman you referred to is actually a resident here in Laguna Woods.
Okay.
Originally from
Frank
Scotland.
Searle, yeah.
Yes, and he will be teaching us about Scottish traditions and culture, and even some interactive dancing with participants from the audience, voluntary, of course.
That would be a lot of fun.
So it should be a good time for everyone. And we always have a welcome for first-timers. They're welcomed with fresh flowers, and we have a raffle, and we welcome and recognize those who have birthdays during the month. And so there's just a lot of interaction and a lot of opportunity to get to know people. We cram a lot in. It starts at 11:45, and we go until about 1:30. And so there's just a lot of interaction and a lot of fun time to bring women and men together and to make new friends here in the community.
Yeah, and you welcome everyone.
Yes.
So you were telling me you've been here about a year and a half, right?
I have, yes. I moved here from Corona. I was an elementary school teacher, and I retired. I actually retired and moved the same week. And landed here in Laguna Woods, and I have never been happier. I love everything about it here, and it's just been a wonderful experience.
What grades did you teach?
I taught elementary. I taught
all of them then, or
all
did
grades.
You change over the years?
I taught kindergarten through 6th grade, and then the last 8 years of my career, I taught special education for
so quite a
mild to
background.
moderate need children. So yes, so I've kind of been all over the map, and I loved my career, and I thought it would be really hard to leave, but it hasn't been hard at all because there's so much opportunity right here and so much going on all the time that different organizations like the one we're talking about this morning have just been so welcoming. It's been such a refreshing change for me, so it's all good.
Now, did you belong to a similar organization out there? Because I know Stonecroft, excuse me, is throughout the country, which is sort of the parent of this.
It is.
Yeah.
No, to answer your question, I did not. However, when I came to Laguna Woods, I saw it in the Globe, and I thought, well, I'm just going to check it out. And I went. I didn't know anyone, but everyone was very warm and welcoming. And so over the last year and a half, I've become more and more involved. And it actually originally started back in the 1930s up in Northern California, and it was originally a prayer breakfast in a woman's private home. And from that, since the 1930s, it has moved into 80 different countries.
Wow.
And we have our own chapter here, started about 40
incredible.
years ago.
Yeah.
A resident here, Phyllis Hefland, had started it about 40 years ago, and she to this day is still very involved.
Yes,
So,
we know Phyllis.
yes, she's a gem.
In fact, we just had her daughter on yesterday.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. As far as, you've got the luncheon coming up, which is on February 18th. You do this once a month.
Yes, we do. It's always the third Tuesday of the month.
And sometimes you have other events going on as well.
We do. We
Yeah.
advertise those in the Globe as well. We offer different events going on from time to time through the month. We
Yes.
have two different weekly Bible studies in women's homes. In fact, Phyllis, who we just mentioned, hosts one of those Bible studies on Wednesday mornings. So we do have other opportunities to become involved. And the Christian Women's Connection itself, there are many different areas where we fill the needs of.
Okay.
So it just depends on your interest and how involved you want to get.
Right, so you do the prayer coffee,
Yes.
and then Bible studies on Wednesday and Tuesdays
Yes,
as well.
exactly. Those are both in the women's homes. And so those are a great way to come together and get to know the women a little more closely, and then that often branches out into other avenues
Yeah.
as well. So
For the luncheon that's coming up, they want to call Lori Rodmaker, is that correct?
that's exactly
Okay,
correct.
and the number is 949-460-0635. And if you forget that number, you can go on the club page's websites and get that there. And that way you get on that list. It's only $14, but wonderful. I always hear, B always tells me how great the lunches are.
Yes,
so.
I will say they are 5-star, and it's all you can eat. It's buffet style, so there's always lots to choose from, and it's very well done.
Yeah, and always a couple good guests that you have.
Always, yes.
Very good.
Yes.
Well, I'd like to thank you for coming on, Cheryl.
Thank you so
Great
much
to
for
meet you.
having
Hope to see
me.
you back here again.
Well, I hope to be able to do that. I appreciate your time, and it's been a fun morning for me.
Yeah, thank
So
you again.
Thank you.
And folks, more information can be had on the Village web pages. Christian Women's Connection, their buffet lunch will be next Tuesday, February 18th over at Clubhouse 7 at 11:45. And do give them a call. If you do show up, you allow some walk-ins there.
Sure,
but you
they're
like to
always
know,
welcome.
You like to know how many people are going to be there.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right. Thank
Take
you.
care. We'll be back.
Thank you.